Hi, my name is Bertil Johansson, so welcome to Running Coordination. Today I will explain the basic elements and steps of running mechanics and efficiency. I will demonstrate the progressive steps that are important towards proper form and overall execution. At the end of this technical segment, I will demonstrate 10 exercises that will improve your overall running posture, strength, efficiency, and overall stamina and fitness. So are you ready? Okay, let's start with the three letters, A, B, C of running. Now the A action is basically a hip flexion with the knee being lifted. The B action is a knee extension down to the ground, with a C action being the leg recovering from the rear like a bum kick, okay? So those are the three, A, B, and C, of running cycle movements. Now, what about the arms? Well, we're looking at the elbow. The elbow's going to stay around 90 to 110 degrees. So rather than being straight arms, like you see some runners do, is to maintain it right up here, pivoting from the shoulder joint, okay? So something like this, make sure they're not straight parallel or wide, like you see some runners do. So bring it right in here. So A action, right on in. Now, as you look at the wrist in itself, it's got to stay fairly firm. You don't want to keep going like this. However, pretend you're holding on to a soft cooked egg or something, so make sure that it doesn't squeeze and break, and then make sure that your fingers are slightly relaxed, not extended. Unless you're sprinting full out, then extended fingers tend to be the movement position. Otherwise, just keep your wrist nice and relaxed, okay? All right, so if you look at the shoulder and the neck and overall spine, you do a forward slight lean. You don't want to bend over too much, or you don't want to run with your lean back. So fairly upright, so that when your knee drive comes up, you're not leaning back or hunching forward, okay? Keep that in mind. All right, so now if you look at various positions where you can start the running sequence, is if you do it from a seated position, you would just maintain your elbows around 90 degrees, and then you can cycle with your legs opposite your arm drive. So in a side position, it would be something like this. All right, so once you feel comfortable with that, you stand up and you move to a standing position. So you can do a count, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, all to the side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, so that you get into that rhythm. It's good to think through what you're doing. All right, so now we do a certain type of movement patterns, locomotions. All right, so we're gonna start with a march. So if I do a march A, it'll look something like this. Keep my arms pending at the shoulder joint. Do not drive your arms back. Maintain nice here. Now you do the B action march, or you can do the C, the kick. If you want to go a little bit faster, you go into a jog, low knees, higher knees, or even parallel to the ground. All right, so that's a little bit about running in regards to putting A and B and C together. All right, so what we're going to do next is the starting positions. Now, as I fall forward, I usually fall forward with my right leg, because my left, my dominant is my takeoff. Just like I do in long jump or high jump, you take off with your dominant leg. So I want my dominant leg to be my takeoff leg, so I leave that up front. So here's the starting line. My non-dominant is behind. I fall forward and I push off my lead leg. So if you were down on the starting line, runners take your mark, position yourself with your hands behind the line, keep your feet about 1 foot apart, and when you hear set, you keep your legs parallel so that you can take off. You don't want it here, you don't want it back here. You want a good distance from the line to the first leg to the rear leg or foot position. There's another one that a lot of sports athletes tend to do is with their team sports, they hunch forward, put in a 3-point stance, separate the legs slightly more, and then take off. So those are the various elements of running mechanics. Try to do it as efficiently as you can so that you conserve energy and don't waste too much energy into whatever running you're doing, short sprints, medium to long distance running. So those are important. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it all together now with the A action. So I'll do a skipping motion, skip, A, B, together. Now to do A, B, and C together is kind of hard, but it can be done. Obviously, you don't run that way, so typically then you would put A, B, and C together just by a fast run, like that, okay? So now, we're gonna do some drills that sometimes, if we get the time to do it, and maybe not every workout, but something called the S's. S's could be where you dorsiflex your ankle, keep your toes pointing towards your knees, lock it in place, keep your arms ready, and go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, so that helps with the foot plant. So if you hit the ground with your ball, not the heel, not the toe, but the ball of your feet, and push. Okay, like this. Sounds good? All right. There are always some other things you can add, side runs or crossovers, where you drive those knees up and high. All right. Also, the backwards runs are important. Here you tend to touch with your toe first, but that's okay. That works on the other elements and strengthens your ankle, your front, your shin muscles, anterior tibialis, etc. Are you ready for the 10 core exercises for running? All right, I'm just gonna demonstrate them shortly, and then you can do a workout. Won't take you too long, 15 to 20 minutes. We're gonna start with the prone plank. I'll demonstrate each of the positions, then you can do it on your own right after. You can choose to do the first set. You run through all 10 exercises, do one set, say 10, few seconds, maybe 12 in the first set. Then you go to second set, you come back and do 15 to 20. And for more advanced, possibly 25 to 30 and beyond that. So I recommend that you do 3 sets, 1 set of 10, 1 set of 15, 20, 1 set of 25 to 30 seconds. Okay, so here we go. Prone plank position. Basically, you just get down on the floor, and here you can do it isometrically. You can hold, or you can do a little bit of shoulder movement. So that's your prone plank position. Like I said, you hold it in either 10 seconds, 15, 20, or 25, 30. Then exercise number 2 is the side plank. Keep your arm to the hip, or you keep it straight up if you like. And then you can come down halfway through, or go every second or two where you rotate. All right, so another one is just work with your upper body to some extent, tricep and your center core. Keep your feet forward, and then just do tricep kicks, kick, kick, kick. All right? That leads into mountain climbers. Mountain climbers, you do them off the mat. So just keep it in this position, or you can drive to the side, front, and then to the side. Now, also double legs position would be something like this. You hop in, you hop back out. So that could be your exercise number 5. All right, we're into exercise number 6. As you can hear, I'm already breathing heavily. So it's a good anaerobic exercise, and that's what sprinting and running short distances is all about. All right. So with split legs, you can also do a double jump. So here, 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 and back. So it's sort of like a sequence. So you work your groin inside, adductors, and outside your abductors. All right, also the narrow push-ups. Narrow push-ups look something like this. Keep your hands, arms close together. Come down and up. Down and up. I recommend that you use some type of matting so that you protect your wrists. Now, as we stand up, we're gonna do a couple of more things. We're gonna do a squat. So you can do it down and then clap. Better to assume shoulder width apart with your feet. Come down, clap, clap, clap. And if you like, you can do a jump squat and clap at the same time. Give you some alternative. And as your heart rate is peaking right now, yeah, you're gonna do some split lunges. So very good for runners. You can start slowly, go 1 hop, 2 hop, and then just hold it. Or go frequent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So quick forward and back. Okay, that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and work hard, and we'll see you next time.